Okay, this video is going to be a little bit different from my normal sort of stuff. It's going to be about this toy that you see here, and I got home a little bit late from work today because I had parents' evening and my kids were absolutely crazy about this. And the first thing when I stepped in through the door, Dad, can you put batteries in it? And it's second hand, and so yeah, I picked this up and I saw that the battery cover was missing, which is never really a great sign. Obviously I put a battery in there, and it didn't greatly surprise me that I looked inside the battery compartment and the batteries were really bad. Okay, and you can see some of the mess here. This subsequently I've chucked away. You can see there are batteries in here now, and cut a long story short, the toy is working. And my kids, when they wake up tomorrow morning, they are going to go crazy for this because they're not fussy. They love toys like this, so the fact that it's second hand and was broken isn't going to bother them at all. In fact, one of my sons said, Daddy rather, you're an expert, you can fix anything. So he has greatest of confidence. It's very nice of him. Anyway, so what did I do? That's really what I'm going to tell you about in this video, because maybe you've got some toy like this. It's really common where the batteries leak. So how did I didn't do a great repair, but it works. Okay, my kids are not fussy, they're going to break the thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether it looks great. So after opening this battery panel, I had a bit of a clean out of the battery compartment, and it was in an absolutely terrible state. The batteries, you know, all four of the batteries had leaked. It was completely messed up. The corrosion was so bad, the springs on these were completely shot. They just broke off. So that was definitely a no-hoper. I mean, normally when you get quite a bit of corrosion, you can clean off the contacts, but it was absolutely shot. No chance of saving that at all. So what I did, and it would have been nice if I took a video of actually fixing this, of course, but you know, I've had two kids with me trying to pester me to actually get this thing fixed really quickly. So it didn't take any video, but anyway, took out these four screws here. One of them you can see was under a label, but it wasn't difficult to find. Took out those four screws, took off the side labels, split the thing apart, had a look inside, so then I could get access to the wires which connected up to the battery terminals inside, snipped those off, connected those to a lab power supply, but you know, you don't need a lab power supply, you could just connect them to some batteries, and confirm that the thing worked, and it definitely does work. Okay, I think it's probably in the on state at the moment. Let's just quickly, maybe not, let's just turn the thing on so you can see it working, because you probably, maybe you're curious. I think it's pretty quick actually. It's really good fun actually. I was having to play with it myself while the kids were in bed. Anyway, yeah, so took the wires off inside, so independently, so I didn't need to use this battery pack area, confirmed the thing was working, and then my solution, it is a little bit rough, but I mean, it doesn't matter. As I say, young kids really aren't going to be fussy at all. They'll break it. So got one of these battery snap connectors. After cleaning out the battery compartment area, I also broke off some bits of plastic I didn't want. Poked that through, obviously stripped off the wires, and then just joined the wires, soldered the wires together internally. So the existing wires internally, I just snipped them off to give me enough wire so I could then solder these, so join these ones on. Cable tied them as well to give them a bit of mechanical strength in case my kids pull, so those solder connections don't come apart, although my soldering is generally pretty reliable. And then if you're going to do a fix like this, you're going to need some sort of battery packs. Now I've got a box of these are from old student projects mostly. Now these are obviously 3 AAs. I needed a 4 AA battery pack. It's lucky actually I had that one. I don't seem to have any others, but you know, they come in all different varieties, so you know, like that, if I'd wanted, I think that's a 9 volt. So yeah, 2 AA, and you've got, you know, like, you know, there's loads of them. I'm sure you can buy these on eBay really cheaply. And yeah, so then all I then had to do was Well, this is just what I would call a battery snap connector. So that connects like that. The wire, which is poking through the hole inside, that's soldered up. So then all you've got to do then is just fix this battery pack in position. I know it's not as concealed, well, it's not concealed at all, but it looks alright. The only downside, I suppose, is next time I need to change these batteries, I'm going to have to cut these cables. Having said that, because it's cable tied down so tightly, it stops my kids messing around with it. And also I put the cable, I think the battery snap at the bottom is less accessible, so it's not so good for me, but it keeps my fingers, keeps my kids' fingers out of there. Not that they're going to come to any harm, but they just like they like to poke and pull and break stuff, whatever they can. Anyway, so as I say, it's not a detailed like how to fix it or anything. I don't have a video of me fixing it, but if you've got something like a remote control, radio controlled car like this, and often I see secondhand, see them at car boot sales and whatever, that the battery pack has gone, doing a fix like this might be the way to go. Alright, so if you've got any questions, I'm quite happy to answer if you post your questions in the comments. That's it.